Driving Empire player right here has a collection of hypercars in real life. We're gonna go over all of them today, but before we do that, make sure to subscribe because me and Fresh Rambo are having a December subathon to see who can gain more new subscribers this Christmas season. Okay, so basically this is Mr. Groudon Plays, as he calls himself. In real life, how many cars would you say, well, you and your dad have as the collection?
In total, I would say 16, 17.
16, 17 supercars and hypercars. So why don't we do some races while talking about what cars you guys have? Okay, so we're doing a cross-country race just to, do something while we talk about what cars you have. So Groudon, what would you say like the most basic car in your collection would be?
Oh, it would be my car, 100%. It's a 22 Audi A5. It's
Audi A5.
Very generic.
Yeah, but it's honestly, I love it. It's like a baby blue, my favorite color. So, you got me a little bit jealous with that one. I do like that car quite a lot. Then, you have some like F1 cars in your kitchen or something like that?
They're in the garage. So we have 2-story garage, and we have 2 F1 cars right now.
That's
we used
insane.
to have a couple Indy cars, but the F1 cars we have right now is like a 1989 Ferrari 640, which was there was only 6 of them made, but the one that we have was one of the backup cars, but it was supposed to be Nigel Mansell's back in '89. But it's pretty neat.
How much do F1 cars cost? Because like not a lot of people probably know the price of an F1 car.
So ours are pretty expensive, but I'm not gonna say the price because I usually don't really talk prices. But a price for an F1 car usually goes. You can get some for under 1 million. A lot of people think that they go for like millions, but really you can get one for under 1 million. But
really, I didn't know that.
Expensive as hell.
So like a modern F1 car would be like 15 million, I'm assuming, or more.
I couldn't tell you. I'm not knowledgeable on that.
But that's interesting. I didn't know you could get F1 cars for under 1 million. I really honestly, I didn't know how much they were. I just knew they're astronomically priced. Probably insane.
Well,
and you got 2 of them.
Yeah, well, the thing about F1 cars isn't just buying the car. You also have to like prep it and all that. So like
a lot of maintenance.
We kinda, whenever you want to race them, most people don't. So that's why they all get like prop cars that just sit and be shown, so they don't have real engines. But ours are real. I need to check the chassis numbers of the cars, but they are real. The Nigel Mansell one has no history, but it has a V12 from that era, and the MB4 22 McLaren Mercedes we have won Monaco, Monza, and Nürburgring.
Wow.
And it was ran by Alonso.
Wow, that's insane. That's a lot of historical significance in that car. Now, so we got the F1 cars, your daily. What other cars are in the collection besides those?
So mainly we have race cars, but the street cars, which is probably what most people care about, because I don't think many people know what a Lotus 11 or a Maserati 150S is.
Never heard of those myself either. Yeah,
exactly. But we have a ton of 911s because my dad's like a 911 fiend.
Yeah.
But he has like a 911 Dakar and 911 GT3 RS. Those are both for my mom. And then he has a 911 GT2 RS and a 911 ST, and he also has a 918 Spider.
Wow, a 918 Spider. So the car we're driving around right now in game, I believe yours is spec'd to look like his in real life.
Yeah, so yellow, brown interior, orange piping, green calipers. I know Borges likes to make fun of me for that, but I really like the spec that we got. But we've had it for almost 10 years because we bought it in 2015.
Wow.
2016. So going to 19,000 miles in that thing, which is one of the highest mileages in the U.S. I know there's a 50,000 mile one somewhere, but
that's insane. That's crazy, bro. Okay, now we're gonna be doing the circuit race while talking about the race cars that your dad has in the collection. So, what are all the race cars?
So the one I wouldn't consider it a race car, more of a track car, would be the Senna GTR.
Wow, a Senna GTR.
Yeah, we got that in 2020.
Jeez.
Was it 2019? One of the two. But that car is kind of hard to find somewhere to race. My dad's a big racer. He races classic cars. Like, if you know vintage sports car racing, basically that's what he does. And Senna GTR can't really go to any of those events, mainly because, well, first off, it has tiny fuel tank, so it'll run out of fuel in around like 5 laps around Daytona, and it's not tuned for Daytona. We can do that, but it would just take a lot of money, and car's not real historically significant, but it's extraordinarily fast, so I think that makes up for it.
Have you ever drove the Senna GTR?
I almost did, because our home track is Mid-Ohio, and my dad was gonna let me drive it, but the problem with that was that it was a miserable day. The track wasn't great because they haven't paved it in like a year.
Bad conditions.
So never got to drive.
What are the other race cars that you have? If you just list them off.
So we have the 2 F1 cars, as I mentioned, the 640 and the MP422. We also have a 962C, which is currently at the Porsche Atlanta Experience Center, which in 1985 it won the World Sports Car Championship.
Wow.
And finished 3rd at Le Mans. And the year after that, in 1986, it didn't win the championship, but it won Le Mans. So it's a Le Mans winner.
That's crazy. A Le Mans winner car, you have it. That's insane. And then any other race cars?
There's a few, just a couple to list off.
So rapid fire. What are the rest?
So we have 2 Jaguar XJR 16s. There were only 2 of them made.
And you have both?
And we bought both of them.
Dang.
And we're trying to sell one at the moment, so I don't know if any of your viewers have the money like interested into buying that.
I don't think they're over the age of 12, to be honest. So no offense to you guys watching. I love you all, but yeah.
That sounds accurate. But then we have a Lotus 11 from 1958.
Wow.
That thing we've had for a long time. Fantastic car, but it is the other Lotus that we have is a Lotus 23B from 1965. Yeah. The Lotus 11 is a death trap. The Lotus 23 is a death trap. I mean, both of them are really old race cars. They're
really old, really dangerous.
Death traps. Yep.
That's insane.
We have one more car.
Wow. All right, so you have one more car in the collection, correct?
That is correct, unless I'm forgetting about something.
All right, and what is that car?
It is a 2020 Cadillac DPI VR.
Wow.
That car is really, really fast and really cool.
That's crazy. So what has it done?
So it's won a couple races, but the one that's really significant is the Daytona 24-hour.
Dang.
And it won that whole thing.
Wait, so is that this racetrack that we're on right now in Driving Empire that it was on? That's crazy. So in real life, was it your dad who drove it?
No.
Oh.
It was, God, I think one of the drivers was the current record holder for the fastest lap around Le Mans.
That's crazy. Wow. And he drove it at Daytona. Okay, that's really cool.
Yep.
And any other interesting previous cars you own, street cars that the viewers would know about?
So some that my grandpa owned, because my grandpa was a person who started this whole car family thing.
Yeah.
He owned 2 GT40s, Mark 1 and Mark 2.
4 GT40s? Oh my goodness.
I think the chassis number for the Mark 2 was 1012.
Dang.
I'm pretty sure. So if you look up GT40 1012, you'll see it's like silver with some darker striping. I'm not sure. I've only seen it once in person. But and then we had a 1984 Lancia LC2, which was an old prototype car. Lancia ran for, like, they ran it in Le Mans and stuff like that, but it wasn't overly successful, but it was still a really neat car.
That's cool. Wow.
And we had a 250 Testarossa at one point.
A Testarossa, dang. Ferrari?
My grandpa sold that for the 962.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And he had, like, you know, some boring stuff like an F40. Do not care for that car.
A boring F40. You just called a Ferrari F40 boring. I bet you just triggered so many Ferrari fanboys.
Oh, probably. I think that's just it's not all that everyone puts it up to be. And I can definitely get flamed by some kid in the comment section, but that's what I believe. I do not care.
But that is going to be everything for today's video. I truly hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to drop a like. I would truly appreciate it. Subscribe, hit that notification bell so you never miss another upload. Check out the video on screen here. YouTube thinks to like it, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.